What's up, you guys? I'm back with another Love and Hip Hop review. So before I even get started, just go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure you leave me some comments. Let's have a discussion down below. And I would love if you like this video. If you're not part of the ChericeShana family, you're not part of the fam bam, go ahead and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with new videos. This is Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 5, Episode 13, entitled Keep That Same Energy. Let's go ahead and get right on into the video. Okay, so we're starting off with seeing A1. He's at a restaurant and he's meeting up with Marcus. Marcus wanted to meet up with him to discuss a little bit about what happened at Father Figure Friday. So they sit down and they start to chop it up. Marcus mentions Father Figure Friday and mentions that Ray J brought Rockstar. A1's just shaking his head. He's trying to move on past the negativity, but you already know how that go. So Marcus tells him that Rockstar was basically bragging about being intimate with Lyrica. And he then said that he walked off. He didn't really want to be a part of that mix because A1 is his friend and he wanted to know what A1 felt about that. A1 says he's rising above it. Basically, he doesn't even want to take part or have that on his mind because him and his wife are in a good space and they're getting ready for their gender reveal. Marcus is a little taken back by that, saying, what? In confessional, Marcus says that there's no way that he wouldn't be feeling some type of way about some other dude talking about banging his wife. But you know what? To each his own. As they're discussing it and A1 saying he wants to move on, we see Mama Pam. Mama Pam comes in. She's feeling some type of way. She wants to get it off her chest. She asks A1 where he was and she invited herself to dinner. Once she came there, A1 says, well, why are you looking like that? Why you got that face? And she's like, you already know. Marcus says, that's basically my cue to leave. I'm going to be out of here. A1 tells him, all right, I'll see you at the gender reveal. Remember, do not invite Brooke. Brooke is not invited because she's been a little bit messy. Even though she's apologized to Lyrica, she's still, after the apology, is asking questions on if she did or did not sleep with Safari. Mama Pam explains that she feels that Lyrica's mom is a big old B. And she's upset because they were chilling on the beach and Lyrica G brought out a video of the sonogram that she was not invited to. She's really upset and says that it's not right. She wanted a DNA test because Lyrica was messing with Safari. A1 says, basically, stop being messy. This is my baby. We're having a gender reveal. And Mama Pam says she don't feel like she got to stop because nobody else is stopping. So now we're going to go ahead and move right on along to the next scene. In the next scene, we're at Miss Nikki Baby's house. She's there with Moniece and LaBrittany. They're all getting massages. She invited Bridget and she also invited Paris, but they couldn't make it. And she also invited Tiara. She didn't say that while she was talking though, but Tiara was invited. The only person she feels like she needs to stay away from is Messy Brooke. So she asked the ladies what went down during the London trip when she left, and Moniece made a face. Miss Nikki asked her what the face was about, and she went on ahead and told her, things went downhill. Her and Tiara are not on speaking terms. And then in walks in Tiara, asking why she's being talked about. Miss Nikki says she wouldn't have invited them both together if she knew that they were beefing. Moniece basically explained that Brooke showed her some receipts of a plane ticket as well as someone recording Akbar and Tiara when she was in Texas. When Moniece said that, Tiara's face looked like, oh damn, got found out. The Brittany and Miss Nikki baby were both shocked. Miss Nikki said, Tiara, I didn't know you went back to Dallas. Tiara responds with, that's my business. And yes, I went back. This is a man that I love and I just wanted him to lie to me and tell me it's not true. And Miss Nikki says, oh, you wanted closure? She's like, yes, that's what I wanted. But we both know that's not what Tiara wanted. Tiara is fixated on this man and She's in love with this man, and she want to be with this man, and she want to be the only woman. We already know what it is, sis. It's okay. So she went back. She says that she went back, and the last time she went back before London, that's the last time she's seen Akbar. A little bit before Tiara came in, Miss Nikki was saying that she feels like Brooke is really messy because Brooke insinuated that she slept with Solo Lucci and she didn't. The Brittany says with that, she needs to go straight to the source, which she says she will. So we know that Miss Nikki Baby is going to go ahead and confront Solo Lucci. Now with Tiara says she's going to go ahead and confront Brooke because this is getting out of hand and this is really messy. So she leaves and we move on to the next scene. In the next scene, we're at the studio with Solo Lucci and Rockstar. Rockstar is really happy that he's working with Solo Lucci because he says Solo Lucci is fire and the rest of the people he's been working with on the show has been pretty trash. So now both of the guys are sitting in the studio ready to converse. Rockstar sits down and tells Solo Lucci that A1 hit him up and was upset about the rumors that he spread that he's been sleeping with Lyrica. Rockstar says to Solo Lucci that he's going to deny it like a black man in court, which I'm like, if you're not denying it to nobody else, why are you denying it to A1? Oh, because it didn't happen, right? Okay. So after that happens, we see LaBrittany and Miss Nikki Baby go into the studio. Solo Lucci actually invited Miss Nikki, but what he doesn't know is that she knows that he's been running his mouth about sleeping with her to Brooke. She comes in and he asks her why she's not giving him no love. She says she's upset because he's a liar. She explains that in London, she was playing a little game and Brooke comes and says, never have I ever effed Solo Lucci. And she's like, never have I ever effed him either. However, she's saying that's not what she heard. So basically, he's running his mouth. And she says, I didn't know we were still lying in 2018. He said, who's lying, me or her? She said, you lying. And she said, your whole life is a lie. Then she basically goes ahead and tells him about his whole entire life being a whole lie and how he really has no money. And he immediately gets upset. He asks, why would she be ashamed of somebody like him? Then he digs into her and says, you know what? On my son, we did do something. And she basically got him messed up. So he gets up, they arguing back and forth. She opens up her bag, and out of her bag goes a whole bunch of ones. She says, you could take that and go ahead and pay your strip club debt. So he says, I'll give that to the ugliest bee at your club. Basically upset that she threw ones at him. He said he really does like Miss Nikki Baby, and he didn't really want to disrespect her, but she was really out of line coming in there acting that way. Brittany is standing over there shocked. Rockstar tells her to come here and she says she's going to go see if Miss Nikki Baby's all right, and she exits stage left as well. Rockstar's like, whoa, you see what I mean? She heard from Brooke about you and her, who heard it from Marcus, and they're like putting two and two together saying Marcus is the reason why all the drama is going down because he loves to pillow talk with Brooke. Solo Lucci said he's definitely going to go ahead and meet up with Marcus and settle this once and for all as men. We move on to seeing Lyrica and Princess together at a restaurant. Princess has already had the baby. She talks about how being a mother changed her and she's really excited about parenting her beautiful daughter, Melody Love Norwood. Lyrica says that she's in a great space and she's having a gender reveal and she wants Princess to come. However, Ray J's not invited. Princess then says she understands why Ray J's not invited. She'll be more than happy to come to the gender reveal and she's going to basically tell Ray J he can't come with her. Next scene. Tia Marie meets up with Brooke to confront her about why she's been talking behind her back. Brooke is sitting there looking real chill while Tiara is looking disheveled with an attitude. Tiara asks her why she's talking about her, and Brooke is like, well, I just told Moni's facts, and now I'm telling you one fact. Tiara's like, you ain't about to tell me nothing. What you trying to tell me? Brooke then says, well, you and Akbar is still together. Y'all still seeing each other. And I don't think it's just you. I think both of y'all still want to see each other. I think both of y'all are still want to be together, and it's okay. And Tiara's like, that's my personal business. And Brooke is letting her know, like, baby girl, you hired Lisa Bloom, had a whole press conference. Brooke's thing is, you hire Lisa Bloom, you have a whole press conference about being abused, but you still with the man that's abusing you. And you can't have a lawsuit and file charges against someone and then be with them at the same time. It just does not work. Basically, Tiara's looking crazy in these streets. She's getting loud and upset. She tells Brooke, well, I didn't tell Lyrica that you said that she may have 6 possible baby daddies. And she's like, okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying you told me something different. Brooke is upset that she wants to go support Tiara for what she's been through with Akbar, but then Tiara went back to Akbar, defeating the purpose of them even coming there to support her because she's not supporting herself. Tiara claims that she did not mess with Akbar again. However, Brooke says that Akbar said that they did sleep together again and he did film it again. And Brooke agrees that she's going to stop talking about Tiara, and Tiara agrees that she's not going to say nothing about Brooke. Brooke wants to know where their relationship stands, and Tiara says it's complicated. Brooke tells her to stay away from Green Eyes, he's trouble. And Tiara comes back and says, if I choose to be with him again tomorrow, that should not concern you. Meaning she gonna still see him. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next scene. We see Lil Fizz and AD meeting up. Lil Fizz is concerned because Monique's been blowing up his phone nonstop while she was in London. He explains that Cam is almost a teenager, and if he don't want to pick up his phone, he just not going to pick up his phone. AD's basically saying that her and Monique are at a rough spot right now. She wanted to kind of chop it up with Fizz to let him know what's going on. She explains that Monique does have higher anxiety than Fizz does because of the stuff she's been through, which Fizz agrees. He then said that him and Tiffany broke up because Tiffany was trying to be a little bit more serious than he was. She wanted to integrate the kids together, and he knows that Monique is not feeling Tiffany, and he wanted to actually talk to Monique first about Tiffany and getting more serious in the relationship before he integrated the kids. Now, him and Tiffany broke up. AD is a little bit more happy about that because she's surprised that they even lasted that long, since Tiffany's very, very hard-headed and very, very headstrong. Fizz says he is going to go ahead and talk to Monique because he does want to make sure that they could be on a solid foundation and co-parent the best way that they can by not being in each other's personal business and only being there for each other when it concerns Cameron. Apple Watts and Sean Love are in the car because Apple Watts has to go down to serve 30 days in jail. Sean Love says that she feels like she's dropping her daughter off and tells Apple not to worry because she's going to hold her down, make sure she has a brand new place, make sure that her life is secure and straight, so that when she comes out, she could go right to making this money. Apple Watts agrees, and she said that she heard that her dad went down there to speak to Sean Love regarding her career, and Sean Love says she doesn't want to speak about Apple's dad at the moment, and we all understand why. Before she goes into jail, Sean Love tells her that she has her lawyers working on the scene, looking to reduce her sentence for her, but if she has to serve the full 30 days, she wants her to keep her head low and ride it out. Apple asks for one more favor, and that is to record her going into jail for her fans. So she says, all right, now she's just going to be a little bougetto when she's about to go in. Apple Watts definitely looks really pretty without makeup. She looks really, really pretty without makeup. I love her casual looks. But anyway, on to the next scene. So now we're moving on to the next scene where we see Lyrica and A1 having their gender reveal. Friends and family are there. They get their little suits on, their little paint suits on, and they're spraying each other with water guns. And the paint comes out and it is blue. So baby Bentley is a little boy. And I'm excited for Lyrica and A1 on their amazing little new bundle of joy and their blessing. Monique and Fizz meet up at the park to discuss Cameron. Monique says she's been trying to get a hold of Cameron And Fizz says, well, you gotta blame him for that. You gotta call him on his phone. She said, well, his phone was dead, and I called his dad, and he's like, if you call me at 12 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm asleep. He then tells her that he broke up with Tiffany. It just wasn't working out between them. Moniece then explains to him that she feels like the women that are in his life do not respect her, and that's why things don't go well. She then says that AD has no choice but to respect him in a relationship because in the beginning of the relationship, she said, you're going to meet the father of my son, and if you two can't get along, me and you can't rock. And because if you mess up our co-parenting, then you really don't care about me. Moniece is upset because she has a stigma that she can't shake of being a bad mom, and this was caused when Fizz basically told everyone that she was a bad mother. She's basically an Instagram parent who doesn't spend time with her kid. He apologizes for doing that, saying that was not in his intention, and then he says Moniece has made a drastic change when it comes to parenting. She tells him that she feels like she's a bomb mother. She told the father of her child to hold down the child when her life was in shambles and she felt that she was inadequate, and that does not make her a bad mother. I actually commend her for doing this because she knew that her life was not on track to stably provide for him as she should have. And so instead of abandoning him, giving him up for adoption, she asked his father to take care of him. So I absolutely don't believe that makes her a bad mother. It makes her a great mother for putting the needs of her child before her own. Now we move on to the barbershop scene with Solo Lucci and Rockstar. They're getting manscaped, pretty much. They're getting their haircuts and their beards trimmed. And Solo Lucci invited Marcus to come down. Basically, Rockstar's upset at Marcus because he feels like Marcus shouldn't have been running his mouth to A1. Marcus definitely tells him A1 is my friend, and I'm going to talk to my friend about stuff that's being said about him and his woman. He also has no loyalty to Rockstar because him and Rockstar are not friends. They just met each other, and Rockstar was the one running his mouth to people that he don't know about things that he did with someone else's wife. So Lucci's upset because he feels that he's been pillow talking to Brooke, telling Brooke all their personal information, and Brooke is running back and telling the ladies. It's safe to say that Marcus and Rockstar are never going to be friends. So now we're moving on to the last scene. And the last scene is really sad. It's Tia Marie sitting there with a bleached blonde hair, choppy bangs, 7% battery on her phone as she's messaging Akbar, telling him she misses him and she wants to see him. So it's not over again between Akbar and Tia Marie. She's gonna see her man. That's been the episode, you guys. Keep that same energy. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 5, Episode 13, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.